Okay, so I downloaded a new Xcode. I've created a small application, a hello world. Nothing fancy. It's just an app, a SwiftUI application, which renders the classic content view that comes with a template, an image that says this globe system icon with a text, which is hello world. Um, the download was pretty fast. They were like mentioning in the video that the download is faster, and it was like I think in 10 minutes or maximum 15 minutes I got it downloaded, extracted, moved to the application folder, and there I installed the tools, the runtime, the iOS 26 runtime, and it was quite fast. And they say like the current Xcode 26 is actually smaller than the Xcode 6 from 2014, and the Xcode team mentions like the loading and the performance that was improved like 40%. Okay, the new function that caught my eyes, a nice function here in Xcode. If you do Command T, you open a new tab, the start page, how it's called, and you can use this spotlight search, open quickly, and type the name of your file, and also like you have access to the Apple's documentation for finding out the files. So it's the Command Shift O were used, but if you want to open quickly, but now you have a dedicated tab with this Command T. Another cool thing is here you can search for multiple words. It's also a new thing added right now, and you can type here and search, and you'll see like the words are added to the search results right here in directly in Xcode. This is a function that we didn't have in previous Xcode versions. Okay, cool. Now for the fun stuff, let me close this tab. Above the tabs, you can also pin them. Cool stuff has been added to Xcode. It's called Playground, and it's similar with the previews, but here you can write Swift code directly. Let's say we have a structure. Let's make it a simple structure called person that has an age, which is an integer. Let's also put a name here. Can be a string. Okay, let's add this person. And you want to visualize to do something with the data. You need to import it, no macro named playground. You have to import this framework called playgrounds. And here inside the closure, you can say whatever you want. Let's allocate a new person, put an age, and let's make it callable John. And on the right, you can display the canvas, wait for it to load, and the preview gets rendered right here in the canvas on the right. You can see it here. Have also information about the structure, person, the name, and so on. It's a small playground right here in on the right. And you can create multiple playgrounds, not just one. And it will appear on the next tab right here. You can see it here. Oh, you don't need to leave Xcode to do like some demo stuff, some POCs or whatever. You can directly create using the playground macro from the playgrounds framework, and you directly write here what you want. And because I'm not running Xcode on the macOS beta, I don't have access to the ChatGPT application. However, I don't see it as a problem. Like we have plenty of solutions way better than what Apple Intelligence and Swift Assistant, from my point of view at least. And one application that works in a similar way and is very powerful, it's Alex Sidebar, and gives you a lot of functions already. You don't need to wait for the macOS to become stable. You don't need for the macOS to become like releasable in autumn, in September, whatever it comes. You can use Alex Sidebar, and it will open a chat window right next to your Xcode right here. And you have DeepSeek, you have OpenAI, O4 Mini, O3, Anthropic, Claude Sonnet, and you have like direct control over the Xcode through the accessibility. You can apply the code right there, or you can let Alex auto compile and auto apply the functions that it suggests, like the code that is suggesting. Compiling the project, in case it encounters an error, it does again, it applies again the a fix, tries to fix it, and then applies again the solution. If you want like more custom models, this is totally doable. You can add them right here into the settings. You have a list of base models, you can add custom models, you have like AI keys, the API keys you can set right here. Pretty amazing. And I think it's way better than what Apple presented to us. You have also the history available. You can go back to a specific point, a specific checkpoint in the past, and much more things. You can put a bookmark, a memory, and come back to it. You can redo what you did and so on. You have voice control, you have snapshots, you can create a picture, and you can let Alex generate the code for you. And I'm looking for a shortcut. So let's say if you want to add new stuff to this file, okay, and you have a thing called File Assistant, which will open a dialog box right here. And I say add a new field to person struct to fill in the eye color of the person. Make it an enum. I like to have it as an enum, not like a string primitive. And Alex will analyze the file. It created an enum, and then I can hit accept right here. And this is the file shortcut. I could have easily used the sidebar to do it. So I think it's pretty powerful, and you don't need to install betas and so on. All right, so I have now an eye color to the person, and it also generated here in the playground macro. It selected the blue color of the persons and generated some enum values for me there, which is quite good, I would say. Okay, if you don't want to use Alex, there are other solutions. The GitHub Copilot, which is in a similar way. You have a write window where you can chat with your workspace, you can apply functions. But the fun stuff is that you can also add MCP tools. So you can extend the functionality with the MCP tools, and it will let you connect AI models to external tools. What else do we have in Xcode? I would say we have a new application called Icon Composer, where you can create your own icons. You can select iOS, macOS. You have here dark, mono, new ways. You can select options here and variate your new appearance if you want it light or dark, if you want it tinted or not, and so on. You can also use this plus icon on. Let me move a bit here. So right here you have a plus icon, and you can select your whatever image you want to add, and it will be rendered here into the icon group, and some other functions as well, blend mode, and a lot of cool stuff. So I think this is a nice addition. We can use it, especially like indie developers can use it. It's quite nice. Okay, when you have capabilities, when you select and you go to the app target, you have signing capabilities, and now we have a new capability added with Xcode 26. We have enhanced security, which enables additional security, and it will improve the security checks on the application. It can detect out of bounds memory access and other potential vulnerabilities. But the cost comes with the performance and can impact the application's stability, and might create some problems, slowness on the application itself. All right, I've opened the Xcode 16.4 on the right, which is the current stable version of Xcode. All right, so here, as you can see, it's like if I'm squeezing the Xcode here, I will get a nice menu context. While right here on the previous Xcode, make it smaller than this, like the tabs remain the same. When I extend it, you see it gets past the point, then it comes here as a drop down, which is nice. Overall, the UI looks the same in this Xcode. One thing I noticed, if you go to settings, let's put this on the right so it belongs to the X. So on the left, I have the settings for the new Xcode, which is the beta 1 and 26. And on the right, I have the Xcode 16.4 settings. And as you can see, the top icons have moved on the lateral on the left, and we have also some more meaningful names like Apple accounts instead of just accounts here. It's more or less the same, but the information has been organized on a top-down list. We don't have this parallelization things about test parallelization. Now we can use a drop-down to select the number of processes instead of this slider over here, as we had before. There was a thing here, stop build on first error. You can toggle it off. And here you have a checkbox, continue building after error. So it's like the information is presented different. I also like the behaviors tab. You have a list of settings, but here it looks more natural. You are grouped by the build kind of behaviors. You have testing, running behaviors, and so on. And if you want to access it, you'll see like an even better grouping. You select here actions, and those look like much better. Teams, you have also here notifications, where you can select like if you want to receive notifications on the upload status, receive notification on the notarization status of your macOS application. But you also can activate performance kind of notifications for your applications. Here I have the App Store applications with me, and I've activated the notifications. So in case I see some performance problems, I will get notified. Components are like the platforms and the support I have right now on my disk. I can add here the add platforms here on the, I've used the plus. If I want to delete, I can do that. The locations are the same, but the information again is being added separately. I have it's the information is added differently. If you want to select a different command line tool, you have a similar way of doing it right here. But you might ask, where are the custom paths? Where is the derived data? I see here more compilation cache, automatic size, whatever. Those are, for example, you can go into advanced and you can put the custom paths right here for the derived data. But you can still do it from the build location on the new Xcode and select this thing. If you want custom paths, you have here a new window, small window, and you can select plus here. Compilation cache, put a limit over the compilation. You can select the custom location for it. And in the custom paths for like a new tab here. Okay. About the cache mechanism, so those are pretty much the new revamp of this settings screen. About cache, it's not working for me. Maybe it will be fixed in a future beta. You have here a nice setting, compilation caching, which is a new feature added in Xcode, where you can enable the caching for your Xcode builds, and it will, when you create a new build and a new build, it will be faster. So the incremental build will be much faster with this feature on. I'm getting an error, it's not working for me. Let me know if it's working for you, but I get a compilation error pointing to some inner libraries problems. Okay, a nice macro which was added is this called bundle, current bundle, and you can say hashtag bundle, and it will give you the path, the current bundle. And if you right click on it and you go expand macro, you'll see the information about the macro. So it searches for the bundle.module first, if it's like, SPM. In case it's not found, and if it's not the resource bundle is unavailable, it will use the DSO handle, which points to the exact location. and it will construct a bundle or the main one. We have some new improvements for the UI tests. Let's create here a new bundle for UI tests. And now I'm moving to the dummy text that was being added by the compiler. And I already see the new thing here, a new button, start recording. If I click on it, it will ask me, do you want to start recording UI test on iPhone 16 Pro, which is my current simulator. This file will become read-only until the recording is stopped. So let's click yes. Now it's saying I get an inner text building pre-planning information that the current UI test is currently building. I can swipe, I can tap here, and everything will be recorded on the left. And if I select here the drop down, I can find different ways of selecting that element through the different identifier, through other elements, through the array of images, and then check the first match. Swipe up or swipe right, it wasn't sure. Of course, for text, different methods, other elements, dot static text, which is applied to view, as well with images, have different ways. Cool. This is what I wanted to present today about Xcode. Hope you enjoyed it and hope you learned. I'm curious about what's your favorite feature. Thank you, people. See you around.